Presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Number 24, Illini football on the bye this week. They return to action a week from tomorrow at home against the Purdue Boilermakers. Illinois is 4-1 this season, 1-1 in the Big Ten. Purdue's lost 3 in a row. They're 1-3, 0-1 in the conference. Jason Simmons, the new offensive coordinator on an interim basis for the Boilermakers. Home game tomorrow night for Southern Illinois against Illinois State. SIU looking to snap a 2-game losing skid. They're 2-3, 0-1 in the Missouri Valley. Illinois State 3-2 on the season, 0-1 in the conference. It's a bye week for number 14 Notre Dame football. They return to action a week from tomorrow at home against Stanford. Notre Dame's 1-3. Home game for the Bears this Sunday. 2-2 Chicago takes on the 1-3 Carolina Panthers.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Fabric Talk. Hey, it's me, your couch. Today's my favorite day of the week, Febreze Fabric Spray Day. The occasional deep cleans are nice, but in between, you know I'm needing a refresh. Ooh, here she comes with the Febreze Fabric Spray. Oh yeah, spritz them armrests. Don't be shy. Nothing like a good spray down to get me smelling so fresh and clean. Don't forget my back. Nice. Febreze Fabric Spray. It's just that easy. Now we can both breathe happy.
Hide out with friends at Galati's Hideaway in Cary. It's the perfect place for lunch, dinner, and specialty drinks. Check out their sports bar for the best spot to watch games. Try Galati's Dining Room for a relaxing night of dining on their signature Italian dishes. Try their great pizza or the Build Your Own Burger. Galati's Hideaway also has a large variety of entree favorites like prime fillets, steak kebabs, salmon, and ribs. Book your party in their banquet room. Visit Galati'sHideaway.com.
Imagine planting, tending, and raising your crops all season long, only to discover a micronutrient deficiency is robbing your yield potential. Once you spot signs of nutrient deficiencies, it can be difficult to bounce back. Get ahead of manganese, boron, and copper deficiencies with Moxon from CHS. Designed with a patented Levosol chelate, Moxon increases nutrient availability and provides your crops with the nutrition they need. Ask your local CHS retailer about the power of Moxon.
Hey, baby. Yeah, yeah. You want to party a while? Yeah, yeah. Well, come on and boogaloo with me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? You're joining me from 2 to 4 for Dino's Night Out. So I hope you like that jazzy little music there. It's Do You Dig It by Ray Barato? Yeah, Ray Barato. So I wanted to spice things up a little bit and get some nice foot stamping music there. So again, welcome, good afternoon. I'm glad you're tuning in and joining. Hopefully you have the opportunity to go onto the YouTube as well. And you can catch what's going on. So for those who weren't here last week, and shame on you for not being here last week. For those of you that weren't here last week, what we're doing is we're trying to give a little entertainment of what's going on in the Fox River Valley. We want to make sure that everybody's apprised with the different entertainment. And entertainment comes in all kinds of shapes, sizes. It's plays, it's theater, it's poetry. You name it, it's out there. And we're going to try and share that with you. So, I wanted to make sure that I expand everybody's horizons a little bit to where you get out to these different venues and you check them out, whether it's the big ones like the Arcadas and, or your smaller ones, your Mott's Lounge, as a matter of fact. They have like a trio in there periodically. Brennan's, there's all out in Hampshire. We got them all over the place. So, I think you need to explore a little bit, get out, have a nice dinner. That's part of the thing we were doing with that radio shopping. We saw that the radio shopping really wasn't working. I mean, I can't imagine anybody thinking that was interesting. Listen to someone say, "Well, I'll take 2 McDonald's tickets for $1." Yeah, we want to keep you informed of what's going on. We're glad to give that service, and we're glad to still maintain the radio shopping through the, through our what do you call the darn thing? The website. That's it. But to put it on the radio, I think we've got much better programming. Marky B has been really working hard to get our programming just right, fine-tuning it. We got Dennis with his show. We got Tammy. Oh, my God. Matt McNeil. He's really stepped up. He's helping us in every aspect of the business, to be quite honest with you. So we're doing some great things. And I just want to let you know that type of stuff in the backfield. Put me on here because eventually this may transition to a real person in the entertainment business. I've already alluded to and told you who. So let's see what goes on. So let's just have some fun in the meantime. And I'm going to give you kind of a little snapshot of what's going on before we bring our first guest, because we're going to have another guest coming in, in short time, maybe in about 5 minutes. So here we go. The Arcada Theater in St. Charles, which is 105 East Main Street. This Friday, they have the Journey Tribute Band. I mean, I've seen them, again, several different times. I've been to so many different shows over by Ron, and you're definitely going to like it. So that's going on there October the 4th, which is Friday. Firehouse is also taking the stage to give you a long dose of metal. Get pumped up for a night of wild rock and roll that will leave your ears ringing for days to come. As we get older, that's what happens to us. Then there's the Even Flow Music and Spirits in Geneva. They're located at 302 West State Street, and they're featuring Lil, L-I-L. So that's sounds of like Alanis Morissette, Heart, U2, Led Zeppelin, Tom Petty, the Pretenders, Rage Against the Machine, and Q. So they've got quite a playlist that they're able to achieve. Then the Elgin Public House, right down the street from us, 219 East Chicago Street, they got karaoke, and that starts at, I think, 8 o'clock. They get craft beer for only $10, and I'm not sure, I don't think they're charging a cover charge. Then another one just before you get up to the Public House, we have the Martini Room, and that's at 161 East Chicago Street, and that's Mark Betcher and Friends. I think I said that right. I could have said it wrong, but I think I said it right. He's got a little jazz compilation that he put together, and it's sounds from Great America Songbook. And that goes from 7 to 10 this Friday. Village Squire in West Dundee, which is 125 Washington Street. They got some live music tonight. And I called to ask them. I say, hey, who you got playing? And they says, hey, we got Mike. I said, well, who's Mike? Well, he's the guy with the beard. I says, oh, okay, Mike, the guy with the beard. So that's what I know about it. I know the show starts at 8. And that's it. I'm sorry, that's Saturday. That's when Mike's going to be there at the Village Squire on Saturday, October the 5th. But that's all I could give you for a description there. Rookies Rock House at West Dundee, which is 96 West Main Street. On Saturday, they got Paradise on Main Street, The Homecoming, Frampton, Swim Lessons, and Freshman 15. So they got a whole bunch of people on their list. I'm trying to see what time the show starts. 7:30 is when things start over there. Tickets start from $18. They got a full bar down there. I've been there a few times. Very nice place. And then you really want a little something different. Reminds me of the days of Chicago, the Martini Room. Again, 161 East Chicago. Better in Blue drag show. Who doesn't like a good drag show, huh? So that's Saturday, October the 5th, 9 p.m. They got their discounted signature martinis, and I think the show tickets could be $20. Used to be a place in Chicago called the Baton Club. I had a limousine company for a while, and that was always a place to take different people that were, into the city for their first time, and they wanted a little something different. They're actually good performers. You may enjoy the show. Then there's Blue Root in West Dundee, 96 West Main Street. They got acoustic live music. Again, that's Saturday, October the 5th at 6 p.m. Newman's Corner Pub. Now, there's a place you want to go to. even if they don't got nothing going on, there's plenty of entertainment with all the people that are inside that place. One's nicer than the other. And yes, they're located in Hampshire, which is Route 72 in State, 1000 South State Street. We got a lot of good friends over there. But the Acoustaholics is what they're calling it. And that's going to be on Saturday, October the 5th, I believe, 8 p.m. And then back again on Saturday, the Arcada. They've got, what do they got going? They got that Richard Kotzen or Nathy with also a guest of Mark Daly. So the Rich Kotzen, the Winery Dogs, he's also been a Clear Laser focused artist, rightfully so, because he's world renowned for his stellar guitar playing and so much more that for me to read, we'd be here into way past what I want to be. And then they had Ornaith, she's a soloist, solo artist, a singer-songwriter. She was the Geffen Records release, and According to You is the name of the song, which is now RIAA certified platinum and has over 29 million streams on Spotify. There are over 110 million views on the According to You hashtag, making it a viral trend that is introducing Gen Z to Ornaithy. I know I'm saying the name wrong, but I saw the video and it's really pretty cool. Anyhow, for the first time in a big way. And then Mark Daly is releasing some of his best music yet. So you don't want to miss it. That's over at the Arcada Theater. Their shows start at 8:30. And then Blue Root back in West Dundee, they're having that acoustic music. That starts at 6 o'clock on Saturday. Side Street Studio Arts in Elgin, 15 Ziegler Court. They got some live country music, and that starts at 6 p.m. on Saturday. Sounds like a good time out. And then the St. Charles Country Club, 1250 Country Club Road. The event is Frank, Sammy, and Jaja. So it's kind of like the Rat Pack minus Dean, I would say. So it's really pretty cool. They put on a great show, and you'll love this performance. And that's at 7 p.m. The Hemmons Cultural Center, again, right here in Elgin, 45 Symphony Way. They got the Short Film Festival, if that's the kind of entertainment you like. And then the House Pub in St. Charles, 16 South Riverside, it's Jazz Night. And that starts at 8 p.m. Sunday, October the 6th at 8 p.m. The Arcada Theater on Sunday, they've got Average White Band. Then, of course, all the time they've got Sinatra Sunday at Club Arcada. So, folks, you're listening to WRMN 1410. We're going to be back in just a few short moments. And our first guest, I just know you're going to love our first guest. So it's going to have some groundbreaking news, and you'll know what I'm talking about when I introduce. Be right back after this.
Police Department continues to participate in the distract.
Wake up, Fox River Valley. If you can't decide on dinner, have everything. Golden Corral at 154 South Gary Avenue in Bloomingdale has an endless buffet with over 150 items to choose from.
Hey, Sodar.
There's an unmatched variety of food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Prepared fresh throughout the day. If you're craving something specific, call or check out their menu. Golden Corral rotates the buffet often. Golden Corral in Bloomingdale. They're the only one for everyone. Visit goldencorral.com.
For many years, Italian Pizza Kitchen in Roselle has been serving quality and excellence. Italian Pizza Kitchen is family-owned with experience in preparing authentic Italian cuisine with the freshest, highest quality ingredients since the 50s. Your food is always prepared fresh with the same traditions, recipes, and standards that they've perfected over the years. Italian Pizza Kitchen has a passion for great cuisine and customer service. Visit ItalianPizzaKitchen.com.
Attention all burger enthusiasts and game aficionados. Celebrate a century of excellence at Mott's Lounge. Proudly serving the community for 100 years under 5 generations of passionate ownership. Sink your teeth into our hand-pressed fresh burgers bursting with flavor, crafted just the way you like them. And while you're here, enjoy our exclusive drink specials, perfect for toasting to our milestone anniversary. Plus, challenge your luck with our state-of-the-art gaming machines, adding an extra thrill to your visit. Join us at Mott's Lounge and be a part of history in the making. Here's to another century of great food, fun, and memories. Mott's Lounge, where every visit is a celebration. For more information, visit us online at mottslounge.com.
And we are back. Good afternoon. Welcome to Dino's Night Out. We have a special guest in our studio today. Her name is Maria Campana. And like I was telling you earlier, entertainment comes in a lot of different shapes and sizes. And what we're going to talk about here is what I was saying, the groundbreaking news. Just maybe hours ago, about 11 o'clock, the city of Elgin announced a groundbreaking and ceremony of Elgin Sports Complex, located just south of US 20 on McLean Boulevard. So today we have Maria inside the studio, again from the city of Elgin. She's with Parks and Recreation, and she's going to tell us all the cool things that happen out there at the groundbreaking. I caught her video. Mark had done some recording for us. And I think you'd much like listening to her a whole lot better than me. So, Maria, tell us a little bit about yourself first, if you'd be so kind. And then you could tell us what happened today at the groundbreaking.
Well, great. It's, first of all, nice to be here.
Glad to have you.
Anytime we can talk about what we're doing around town and with the department is great to be able to let people know that. So my name is Maria Campana. I'm the Parks and Recreation Director for the city of Elgin. I've been with the Parks and Recreation Department for almost 35 years now. So I was born and raised in Elgin. So yeah, I've been here a long time. But like I said, I've been with the department for 35 years, and we just continue to keep growing and growing and growing. And this morning was a great indication of that. We had our groundbreaking ceremony for the expansion of the Elgin Sports Complex. The expansion is going to take place east of the current complex. And these are 87 acres of that property that was previously occupied by the Elgin Mental Health Center for many, many years. But the city has acquired that property, and we are expanding the sports complex into that area. So this is right at the corner of Route 20 and Route 31. We will have 3 multi-use synthetic fields. We'll have a concession and a restroom building. We'll have a maintenance building. A new playground will be installed out there.
That's amazing, the playgrounds. Because you say how long you've been around, and you and us as kids. I'm probably a little older than you, but even beyond that, we had the merry-go-rounds. We had the things on the spring, and maybe if they decommissioned, because I was from Westchester, if they decommissioned an old fire engine, they'd put one in the park on a slab, take everything, lock it up where nobody could get hurt, and you'd pretend to be driving a big fire truck. So there was sand, and there was even. If I remember, it was pea gravel is what they used to use. That smooth, polished pea gravel. Now you've got that tire stuff and sand and
there's a lot of things that have changed since you and I were kids playing on the playground.
Sure.
But it's all to keep it safe, and to keep it accessible for all ability levels.
Mm-hmm.
Is really what it comes down to. Yeah.
No, but you really expanded this place, and you had a lot of people. Supported. I mean, to get that property, because that whole area, you have the Illinois State Police on 31, the Elgin Mental Health Center.
Right.
Again, when I was on police and fire department, we would have to make a few trips sometimes for those that needed that mental health attention. But then you even have the motor vehicles.
Yeah.
So they had a heck of a lot of land out here. And
Yeah.
how nice it is that they're saying, look, we don't need it.
Right.
And they're
Well,
I know they didn't give it free.
well,
I'm sure.
So actually, what a lot of people don't know, and actually we were even sharing this with some of our newer staff in the department this morning, is that all of the property that the sports complex is on, all the way out to McLean Boulevard, from 31 all the way to McLean Boulevard, that all used to be Elgin Mental Health Center. I mean, back in the day, Elgin Mental Health Center operated that property, and they were pretty much their own village almost.
Sure.
They were
Well, like
self-sufficient.
Reed on Narragansett.
Okay.
Off of, was that Irving?
Yeah.
They had the same thing. They had their own post office,
Yep.
just like out
Yep.
here too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, they made their own little village, if you'll call
Correct.
it.
Yeah.
Which worked out good.
It did, and it's worked out well for us because as they vacate the property, then
Yeah, more and more becomes available.
there you go. Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
And I saw the pictures. The pictures really, I mean, it's just a little press release piece. I mean, it's going to really be beautiful when it gets completed.
It's gonna be a huge change from what that property was. It's a huge change already. Once they removed all the overgrowth and the scrub trees and so forth that had grown up over the years. Even once they did that, it was a totally different look. Now they're starting to move dirt, which makes it even different looking. There's several groves of very old, large trees that we're protecting and saving.
Yeah.
So they're going to be incorporated into the design of the facility. So it's a little bit of everything out there.
And you had quite a bit of support as far as getting this started even. I understand that the state senator, Irina Villa, was involved in this too. Is that a fact?
Yeah.
I don't know quite the involvement.
Yeah. So Senator Villa was able to secure some funding through the state's capital improvement program for the project. So that very much appreciated.
Mayor Captain.
100% on board. That we had just some wonderful support from the mayor and from city council for the development out here, and just helped us keep on track and move the project along.
21 million, is that what I'm seeing?
The entire project is 21 million. Nothing's really cheap these days,
No.
right?
When you talk about 21 million, really, what is it?
Yeah.
You know?
So,
Yeah, it's
so yeah, that's the budget for the construction, and yeah, but it in the end it will be well worth it.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And you're saying it's 87 acres.
Well, the whole entire property that the city owns out there of the previous mental health property is 87 acres. So this current development that we're starting with, the three fields and so forth, that's probably about a quarter of the 87 acres.
Oh, okay.
So we still have more work to do out there. We really need to revisit our master plan that we have for this property. Once these fields are completed, revisit our master plan and continue with the additional development that the community needs, that we'd like to see out there, what would be most beneficial, how we can accommodate all ages for what we want to do out there.
And accessibility, they're adding a new road. Is that what I?
Yes.
How is that going to happen?
So for longtime users of the sports complex that had to enter off McLean Boulevard and exit on McLean Boulevard, this new access will bring you in or take you out on Route 31.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be a Route 31 entrance and exit, as well as a McLean Boulevard entrance and exit. Like I said, for longtime sports complex users, people have been waiting for this for a long, long time. Yeah. So it'd be very beneficial.
And it's actually good for the city of Elgin, because by putting that roadway in, and not only, when you get forced out to McLean, you're going to want to go to Randall. Why not?
Yeah.
There's everything there from soup to nuts. I'd go there too. But when you know that you have the same businesses and people like downtown area here, that gives you a nice clear path to come right back to the city of Elgin. And of course, I imagine they'll put some kind of signage and letting people know that, hey, there's a lot to offer here in the city.
Absolutely. As we get closer to grand opening of this facility, we'll continue to work with the chamber, the DNA, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, to make sure that we're able to communicate with the users of the facility what all is in downtown Elgin.
And keep us included. If there's
Absolutely.
anything, we could do to help you, we're happy to do so.
Absolutely. It's like you said, if teams are out there for a tournament and they have a break during games, instead of having to go out that McLean Boulevard entrance, they can go out the 31 entrance and come right downtown, to dine or to shop or to take a break.
There's so
or
much
do
that's
whatever.
in the downtown
Yep.
city of Elgin area. Fox River Valley has got some awesome things. As you heard earlier, if you were listening in the green room, some of the, different venues that are out there, all types of music, all types of, you name it.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
Center's got a movie thing going on this weekend. I mean, your local towns, a variety of different shows. But,
Sure.
The sports plays a good part. And from the layout, it looks like you're really putting that in there nice because you're putting the buildings that you need so that maintenance could, you got to take care of these places. And
Yep.
if you don't have, I mean, that's how I look at it. I'm a guy. So I'm looking at, okay, where are we going to house the tractors?
Yeah.
Or, how are you going to, how are we going to get from point A to B? You're going to need golf carts maybe for some handicapped
Yep.
people and the different various things. So, yeah, I think you guys got it really laid out together. Really looking really, really nice. And then 54,000, they're saying that Latino residents are going to maybe benefit from this as well because maybe you're going to have a couple more soccer fields in there as well. I'm understanding that.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah.
Hey, here's that music. You know what that means? We got like 30 seconds, and we're going to go to a hard break. Will you stick around?
Absolutely.
We'll talk a little bit more about Parks and Recreation.
Sure.
I'd appreciate that. Okay, well, you heard a lot of it here, and we're going to come back with some more. Maria Campata with Parks and Recreation. She's going to fill us in a little bit more of what's going on right here in Elgin, the Park District. So please stay tuned, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Thank you.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. There's a groundbreaking taking place on Friday. It's part of the expansion of the Elgin Sports Complex. It'll start at 11 a.m. at the complex grounds, located just south of U.S. Route 20 on McLean Boulevard. The expansion is aiming to improve facilities for sports enthusiasts and further bolster community engagement. The League of Women Voters from Aurora, Elgin, and Central Kane County are set to host a candidate forum on October 9th at Batavia City Hall. The gathering will allow candidates from Illinois' 11th Congressional District, along with various state legislative and judicial positions, to debate and present their platforms ahead of the November 5th general election. Elgin residents can now enjoy a more convenient leaf collection as Waste Management will no longer require stickers for yard waste bags starting this month. Weekly collections will coincide with the usual garbage pickup schedule. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AB.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Cintas. Naperville gearing up for a festive weekend as Naper Settlement is hosting its annual Oktoberfest starting today and continuing tomorrow. The event promises a variety of traditional German cuisine and an impressive selection of beers inside a giant heated tent. Get more information at napersettlement.org. In a ceremony held October 2nd, Kane County welcomed 11 new volunteers to its Office of Emergency Management. These dedicated individuals took the oath to protect and serve the community in times of crisis. Under the guidance of OEM Director Scott Bajecki, the volunteers volunteer team is set to contribute over 13,000 service hours this year alone. The South Elgin Pumpkin Patch Festival is set to take place from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Saturday at 50 West State Street in Elgin. It features face painting, pyramid of hay, pumpkin painting stations, and at 10 a.m., a costume pet parade. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, baby. Yeah, yeah. You want to party a while? Yeah, yeah.
I'm just going to let that music play. I think I like this song a little bit better than I think the one I had last week. So, again, we have the Maria joining us from the Park District. Isn't that what it is?
No.
See?
No.
We set this up.
Yeah.
Go ahead, tell her.
So-
The reason we're doing this is she is with Parks and Recreation. And there's a big difference between just a park district, and she's going to explain it to you rather than me have to say it. But I was really interested. I said, well, we got to somehow get that out so that the listeners know that you're not this separate person. So please, Maria, tell all about it. What's the difference?
So here in Elgin, we're a Parks and Recreation Department, meaning that we are a department of the city of Elgin. We fight for our budget dollars with the police department, fire department, public works, all those other city departments. A park district is its own separate taxing body. So it's its own separate entity.
So this extra money that was given through the state and through the senator, that was really needed, and the city of Elgin is ponied up the rest of the dollars that are needed to keep a Parks and Recreation division department running properly.
Yeah.
So this is all city. This is city dollars at work.
Correct.
And
Absolutely.
that's really neat.
It's city dollars that maintain our parks. Our neighborhood parks, our regional parks.
The thing down the block, right next to the riverboat, is that a city of
Festival
Elgin?
Park is a city of Elgin.
Is that owned by City of Elgin?
Correct. Yep.
And I heard that's like a flower box, right? It's like, like it's got a concrete slab underneath everything, and they put the dirt on top of it. That's what I was told.
Well, it could be.
It's a beautiful area.
It's a great
they've been
area.
Using it recently with all the different festivals.
Yeah, the last couple of years, as special events have taken off again after COVID. That facility got a lot of use this year, and we also have the splash pad down there that had a total renovation of the mechanical systems for this year.
Oh, that's in the park too. I don't think I ever saw.
Yeah, that's at the north end of the park is the splash pad.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Yep.
We have a phone call coming in. Do you mind taking a quick call?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay, this is our guy. I know who it is. It's Marcus. And let me put up. Marcus, are you there?
Hey.
Can you hear him?
I'm here. What's going on?
All right.
Yes, can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and
what's
clear,
up?
Marcus. Marcus is our sports director, and he has a show on the weekends. It's The Truth About Chicago Sports. So, hey, what do you think about this new facility, Marcus? I mean, maybe we get another football field, soccer fields. What do you think about this?
Huge. This is huge. And, obviously, not just being in sports, but I also love community work as well, and I believe they come hand in hand with one another. And I believe that sports is just such an impactful thing, especially for youth, but also adults as well. Everybody always thinks that sports is just for the young people, but you know what? Sports can be a great balance for you as you move up in age as well, just the competition and camaraderie. It's a great thing, and I'm just so happy to hear that Elgin's Park and Recreation community has found a way to get the funding and get the investment done for such an amazing facility to be added to this awesome community of Elgin.
And it sounds like Maria at the top of things, things are going to even get better. So go ahead.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Marcus. You know, this facility is not only going to be for the youth of the community, but for all ages. You know, our department makes a concerted effort to be able to program for all different ages, all different ability levels, for everybody.
And I was even looking that they have some kind of cabanas, or what do you want to call them? Like,
we'll have an open air shelter out there.
There you go.
You know, for teams that are congregating prior to a tournament or to a game, they'll have some shade, some shade that they can congregate under, or there'll be an open plaza area as well.
It looks like plenty of parking. They're going to have concession stands. This is our kind of place, Marcus. We're going to have to start televising some of these soccer, do some live broadcasts out there with the soccer and maybe football.
Without a doubt, I'm already envisioning the pictures are dancing in my head. You know, already we're doing that currently, Maria. We've been helping with the town of Hampshire with our Fox Valley Friday Night Lights. So this will be great. Once you get the facility up and running, we will definitely love to get you guys on YouTube and get a couple games broadcast. And I think that just will be wonderful for the community and for the radio station as well.
Well, that's wonderful. We will definitely take you guys up on that.
Yeah, we want to.
Oh, yes.
We've committed to being partners in the Fox River Valley. I mean, this radio station, we're community broadcasters. This is everybody's radio station. You bring us a topic, you make the invite. 9 out of 10 times we're going to be there, unless we're someplace else.
Absolutely,
So
we will definitely
we'd love to
do
be
that.
a part of it, Maria.
Yeah.
And I'll make sure that Marcus gets in touch with you. You know, after the show, I'll make sure we exchange.
Great.
Numbers and what have you. Hey, you know what? We have another caller, Marcus. I'm going to let you go, brother.
I got one quick question.
Go right ahead,
before you
sir.
let me go. One quick question.
Go ahead.
Maria, is there a pool, or will there be a pool?
There will not be a pool at the Elgin Sports Complex. We have 2 outdoor pools and an indoor pool as it is, and I think that's where we're at.
That's more than enough. Then that's more than enough. That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time, and I can't wait for the facility to open.
Great, thank you.
Thanks for calling in, Marcus. Next, we have John Prigge. Mr. Prigge, go ahead. Can you hear us?
Yes, Maria, nice to talk to a long-standing Elgin citizen. Your name certainly has been around for many years, your maiden name, of course. So I'm glad to hear that. My question, I have 2. One is, whose responsibility is it going to be to promote tournaments at the sports complex with any sport?
Well, it depends who we work with. The tournament organizer, some of that responsibility falls on the tournament organizer. We'll continue to work with the Elgin Area Convention and Visitors Bureau to be able to do that. We publicize a lot of that through our department. It just depends on the unique nature of what the event is that's going on.
Okay, because there's at least 2 sports that can be taking place out there, right? It would be softball and soccer, correct?
Well, softball and soccer are the 2 primary, but we do rugby and lacrosse. These new synthetic turf fields will be able to accommodate some football usage. They're multi-use fields, so there's a lot of different uses that we could utilize them for.
Okay. My only piece of advice on this particular question is, do not rely on other organizations in the city to promote that these fields are going to look fantastic, they're going to be well maintained, to draw something and draw interest, because the city for years has been known to build good things, big things, one-time projects, and boom, once they're done, there's nobody there to support it or to fill it. So this would be a great opportunity to at least get some answers outside of the Convention and Visitors Bureau. I don't know if the chamber could handle such a task, but in any event, the word has got to get out. And the second thing I had a question about, you talked about the splash pad. Is there any concern or any action being considered about having the splash pad staffed by a Parks Department employee?
We've talked about that on and off previously. There's not a requirement to do that right now. But like I said, we evaluate that every so often. And if we get to that point where we need to do that, then that is certainly something that we will have to do.
But then correct me if I'm wrong. If there's nobody there to staff it, the bathrooms are locked. Is that correct?
No, the bathrooms are open, 8 a.m. through, the bathrooms are open the hours that the park is open. So sunrise to sunset. During the winter months, however, those bathrooms are winterized, so they are not open during the winter months.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But just
go ahead.
Just to reiterate, the bathrooms are open the hours that the park is open. So that's sunrise to sunset, except in the winter months when those facilities are winterized.
Mm-hmm.
Does that answer that for you, John?
Oh, I did. I thought I got cut off. I didn't look. It's not the top or bottom of the hour.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, you're here, babe. We still got you.
No. Okay. My concern would be, it would really be nice if there could be someone staffing that at least on the weekends, because there are many unhealthy things taking place during the splash pad. I've seen them myself. There are people who are bathing their children there, changing diapers on the deck. It's just one thing to make it really much more an attractive thing where people don't feel intimidated being down there. So other than that, I'm happy that the sports complex is coming in. There's a lot of money being spent on recreational activities, especially for kids, and it would be nice to see Elgin get a big slice of that pie.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right. That's all I have. Thank you very much for letting me on.
Thanks for calling in, John. Appreciate it.
You bet. Bye now.
Yeah, you'll get somebody that's going to find something with everything, good, bad, or otherwise. John's always has a good opinion, at least what he thinks.
Well, there's nothing that we enjoy hearing everybody's opinion.
And you have to. That's what this platform is supposed to be all about.
Well, and that's the way that we can continue to find out what's really going on in the community. Exactly. I don't have staff that can be at every facility every hour of the day. So the feedback that we receive from the community on things that they see that we may not see, it's invaluable to us.
Yeah, I agree with you. Coming here to the radio station, we had this similar thing because we made some pretty decent size improvements here, and hopefully they're working well. But you're going to get comments, good, bad, and otherwise. Mm-hmm. And I don't muffle comments. I don't muffle John Prigge. I think what he has to say is valid for himself. It could be investigated or not, and maybe there's there's things that could be taken care of.
Absolutely.
To accomplish at least what his concerns are, and I'm sure they're your concerns as well. You don't want things like what he's describing going on at the Parks and Recreation area.
Absolutely.
We want to make sure that it goes on the right way. But he's right. A lot of money is being spent, so it should be spent in the right way. I think you have the platform, if that's the word, or the makings for a great facility, because you have the grounds buildings that you would need to keep the place, up to par. And I know in different park districts as well as Park and Recreation, you could rent these fields out for different tournaments.
Correct.
And I know that's what John's speaking of. You get the large enough tournament, and with concessions, there's a lot of dollars and cents that could be made, plus promoting, look what City of Elgin is doing.
Absolutely.
And that it's giving adults a chance to come out. It's not just for the children and the youth. Everybody gets a chance to use this facility.
Yeah.
Even if they're just supporting whoever they're with. I think it's something that's, I think this complex is really going to work out.
Oh,
and I know
absolutely,
talking
hands
with
down.
you, I know your heart's in this.
Oh yeah,
So
definitely.
I mean, you know, how can anybody go wrong? So no, that's absolutely wonderful. But we did talk, like I said, with Marcus. I'll make sure that he reaches out to you.
Yeah, definitely. We got a lot of things we can work with him on.
I'd like to see that happen. And is there anything that we didn't touch on, or that you'd like to?
You know, just to let people know, you know, we are like I said, we try to program for all ages, all ability levels. We are busy. You know, obviously COVID was an impact for everybody, but we have so much surpassed what we were doing pre-COVID. And the demand is out there. People are looking for activities for their kids, for themselves. You know, we have a fitness center that our membership is an all-time high right now. So things are going well, and we continue to plug away. And the staff, I can't, you know, say enough about our staff in the department. You know, putting in the hours and the creativity and reaching out to people and just finding some unique opportunities to be able to program and offer a wide variety of activities.
Excellent. Is there any plans for any kind of like fitness on this facility as well, or is it just going to be just actual sporting and that's it?
This will be outdoor
Like
athletics.
instructional?
Yeah. No, everything will be pretty much outdoor here.
Okay.
So for this first phase, no, there's nothing indoors. As we move into future phases and revisit our master plan out there, there's always a possibility of that.
And there's still a whole lot more land.
There's still a whole lot more land.
The state is really just not utilizing. So why not put it to good use?
Correct. Absolutely.
Why,
Yep.
That's great. Sounds like you had a good showing at the groundbreaking.
We did. It was nice. It was a great turnout. The weather was beautiful. You know, the skies cleared. The sun came out.
Yeah.
You know, it tells us a lot right there.
All right. Beautiful. Well, listen, we're going to go to a quick break, and we're going to come back. But I can't thank you enough, Maria, for coming on here. I know you had a busy day. I imagine you've been talking to a lot of journalists and everybody else, getting, you know, press releases out about this new facility opening. But again, we are committed to the community. We are committed to Elgin, Fox River Valley. Anything that WRMN could do, you're hearing from me. We're here behind you.
Great.
And we're glad to be a part of it. We'd love to partner in any program that we can.
All right.
And we want to make this facility the facility that I think it's wanting to be.
And it's the facility that it's going to be. So we certainly appreciate that.
I like that.
Great.
Okay, we've been talking with Maria Zapata, and I just want to thank you very much again.
Thank you.
We'll be back after these messages, folks. And when we come back, you're going to love it. We're going to at the top of the hour news, and then you're going to want to meet our next guest. So talk to you very soon. Okay.
Illinois, sitting back.
Yeah, Priggy could be a pain in the ass, but he's a nut.
Well.
But he just.
Let me tell you a story about Bill. Bill was a normal guy in his 50s. He had back surgery about 2 years ago. Bill was in a lot of pain. He dealt with his pain by taking the Percocets his doctor prescribed for him. Bill took more and more and more of them to help with the pain, until one day the prescriptions weren't enough to get rid of Bill's pain. Then one day Bill found someone to help him get rid of the pain with illegal drugs he didn't need a prescription for. Fast forward to today. Bill lost his job and his family. The only thing he does have is his drug dealer. If you know Bill's story and you don't want to end up like Bill, call the Detox and Treatment Helpline right now to get away and get treatment.
800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. Call right now. Help is standing by. 800-694-1127.
Handing out food and drinks from an ice cream truck is off limits for marijuana-based businesses in Ohio, according to state regulators. Ohio's Division of Cannabis Control has proposed fines totaling $212,000 against 5 businesses for violating the state's advertising rules for marijuana sellers, the Akron Beacon Journal reported. Most of the fines involve promotions this summer ahead of beginning of recreational marijuana sales in the state. The largest proposed fine, $150,000, was issued to Greenleaf Apothecaries, which operates dispensaries in Akron, Canton, Cleveland, Columbus, and Wicklife. Well, you have to say the advertising was spot on. Greedy people of Ohio can show up for ice cream while they pay for recreational marijuana. It's a shame it becomes illegal to have hot food and drinks on your ice cream trucks. Guys, the hard part is over. It's legal. Stop being lazy and just Uber Eats your food order. Maybe the truck can sign up to be on Uber Eats. They can drive your food to you and cut a side deal with you for your recreationals. Like Tariq from the TV show Ghost. I'm Darian Sims, and this is how I see it.
And we're back. As promised, you're listening to WRMN 1410. I hope you like our last guest. I think she was really informative, and I think that's going to be a nice thing for the city. I didn't know the difference between a park district, and parks and recreation. But I got it now. I mean, that means that a lot of it comes right out of the city, and that's quite an accomplishment. So a lot of the dollars are hopefully going to be put into the right spot. And we had a couple callers in. We had Marcus call, which was great. He's all excited about any venue we could have to get, the youth out there and have some games, soccer games. It doesn't matter what it is. Football games, baseball, softball. Getting out there and being in the outdoors. You can't beat that. John Prigge had some pretty decent comments to say as well. But this is a new program. We have to give it a shot. We have to give it a chance. Being up front and maybe voicing some concerns from the get-go, I think it's important. I think you have to run every portion of the city is a business, whether people want to recognize or realize it or not. Yeah, it's a resource for people to go and get what they need to, conduct their lives, but it's definitely it's a business, and they have to run it like one. If they can score a big soccer tournament out there, I mean, that's good for everybody. That's good for the commerce downtown. That's good for surrounding areas. So it's definitely a feather in their cap if this could be done the right way. And I think with the plans that I'm seeing, I think that they're going to hit their goal. They're going to hit their mark. So we wish them the best of luck to the city of Elgin. We know that the city brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers of this town will certainly do the right thing. So back to the show. We do have the call-in line. If you'd like to call in over here to our studio, anything you want to say about what we're doing on our entertainment, happy to hear it. Or anything else, you could call me anytime. Whenever I'm on the radio, I'll take any call. Like I said, we're not going to sidestep anything. But the studio number is 847-931-1410. 847-931-1410. We do have a text, Image 360 text line, which is 505-926-1410. If you want to make a comment, any type of suggestions or otherwise, or just, comment on the show, what you're hearing, what you're listening to. We're glad to take all of that. You want to get us on the YouTube, it's youtube.com/WRMN Radio. If you have one of those Google things at your home or Siri, all you have to do is just say, hey, play WRMN Radio, and you'll right away hear us on your wireless or that smart box that you have in the house. Our lineup, we want to make sure that we talk about our lineup. We have, of course, Marky B in the first shift and all the first shifters. That's from 6 to 9. We usually do our local community hour, which is 9 to 10. A lot of special guests like Steve Thorne comes in. Today we had Chief Anna Lally with Elgin's Finest. Tells everybody what's going on within the police department. And then we go right 10 to 1. We got Out to Lunch with Matt McNeil. Matt does a great job for us. Absolutely wonderful insight of what's going on within the community as well. Then the 1 to 2 period, we have I guess you call it canned programming. but it comes in from 1 to 2. It's called Democracy Now! It gives us a little bit of break so we could regroup, get together as a team, and see what we have to address. So that's our downtime. Because we've committed to do local broadcasting from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. every single day. Right now, we're all the way Monday through Friday doing it, and we're working halfway through Saturday, and we already got a foothold on Sunday. So we're doing very well. Then 2 to 4, Monday through Thursday, you got Talk Time with Tammy. That's kind of a nice show. I've been listening to that, and I've been making some comments listening. You stuck with me for the time being on Fridays. I'll do the Friday show from 2 to 4. And then we have a political talk show from 4 to 6, and that's Dennis Sonar Green and Ben Boquist. They'll talk about the events that's going on. They try to do local, but they also will tell you what's going on nationally so that you're not caught off guard. And you're always welcome to call any one of these shows. And again, that number to call is 847-931-1410. We want to hear what you have to say. That's what this is all about. So you hear that music. What does that music tell us? We're getting ready for the top of the hour, which is a hard break. And you're going to get the news again. You're going to get our call letters. You listen to WRMN 1410. We are the voice of the valley and the talk of the town. We hope you're enjoying this show. And we'll certainly put some more guests on. We're going to be coming back very soon. You're going to love our guests. But I'm going to announce a few more of the events that are going on. And maybe like about 10 after or so, we'll have our next couple of guests in here. You're really going to enjoy it. Thank you for listening. WRMN 1410.
Everyone has a community to lean on. A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. You've talked with your kids and shared clear expectations, but you're not with them every minute. Your community members, friends and relatives, teachers and coaches, faith leaders, and other important adults in your kids' lives can be your eyes, ears, and a supportive influence when you're not around, reinforcing your messages with your kids and alerting you to warning signs of underage drinking or other substance use. So talk with your kids about these issues and involve the members of your community to help keep your kids safe. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 3 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Cintas. In a ceremony held October 2nd, Kane County welcomed 11 new volunteers to its Office of Emergency Management. These dedicated individuals took the oath to protect and serve the community in times of crisis. Under the guidance of OEM Director Scott Bajecki, the volunteer team is set to contribute over 13,000 service hours this year alone. The South Elgin Pumpkin Patch Festival is set to take place from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Saturday at 50 West State Street in Elgin. It features face painting, pyramid of hay, pumpkin painting stations, and at 10 a.m., a costume pet parade. Naperville gearing up for a festive weekend as Naper Settlement is hosting its annual Oktoberfest starting today and continuing tomorrow. The event promises a variety of traditional German cuisine and an impressive selection of beers inside a giant heated tent. Get more information at napersettlement.org. With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
LaFleur Taco Grill at 910 Dundee Avenue at the corner of Slade in Elgin is under new management. Enjoy a huge selection of salads, quesadillas, tacos, burritos, and more. LaFleur Taco Grill also has American cuisine favorites and breakfast. Bring the kids. There's a kids menu that they'll love. Are you planning a party this summer? LaFleur also has catering with all types of both Mexican and American foods. Call 847-214-1306 or LaFleur Taco Grill on Facebook.
Rise and shine, Fox Valley listeners. It's time to kickstart your day with First Shift with Marky B on WRMN 1410 AM. From 6 to 9 a.m., join the chatter that gets you clued in with the latest buzz around town. Don't just sip on your coffee. Let Marky B brew your morning with the perfect mix of news, views, and moves. Dial us in or live stream at WRMN1410.com and make your mornings a whole lot brighter. WRMN 1410 AM. We're the voice of the Valley, and we're here to talk.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Number 24, Illini football on the bye this week. They return to action a week from tomorrow at home against the Purdue Boilermakers. Illinois is 4-1 this season, 1-1 in the Big Ten. Purdue's lost 3 in a row. They're 1-3, 0-1 in the conference. Jason Simmons, the new offensive coordinator on an interim basis for the Boilermakers. Home game tomorrow night for Southern Illinois against Illinois State. SIU looking to snap a 2-game losing skid. They're 2-3, 0-1 in the Missouri Valley. Illinois State 3-2 on the season, 0-1 in the conference. It's a bye week for number 14 Notre Dame football. They return to action a week from tomorrow at home against Stanford. Notre Dame's 1-3. Home game for the Bears this Sunday. 2-2 Chicago takes on the 1-3 Carolina Panthers.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double hot, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Hey, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Well, I do now.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
Did you say you're cutting me off?
You earn, we match. Unlimited cashback match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Counterfeit products are popping up everywhere. Fake sneakers, fake cosmetics, and even fake pills. Crooks are selling counterfeit versions of just about everything. Last year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products were sold in the U.S. Sure, it may seem like saving a few bucks on the things you want isn't a big deal, but counterfeits are usually made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. And the money you've paid, it goes right into the hands of criminals and may support child labor, drugs, and even gangs. Smells like big crime to me. So if you still think buying fake products is harmless, think again. And remember, if you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart, buy smart. Go for real. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org. This message is brought to you by the United States Patent and Trademark Office and the National Crime Prevention Council.
Hey, baby, yeah, yeah. You wanna party a while? Yeah, yeah. Well, come on and boogaloo with me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And welcome back to WRMN 1410, the voice of the valley, the talk of the town. Fox River Valley, out here serving the community. So I'm glad at least you came back. At least I hope you came back. And we're going to be getting into our next guest in just a bit, but what I want to keep doing is I want to make sure that people are knowing what's going on in the area. And some of the entertainment that the Fox River Valley has. Kind of like a repeat and repeat of what I did at the top of the first hour, but that's okay. You hear it enough times, you know what's going on out there, and I just summarized a lot of them. But we started out like I did with my friend Ron Onesti at the Arcata Theater, and that's 105 East Main Street. That's tonight, October the 4th. They're going to have the tribute band to Journey. You're going to like that. And then the multi-platinum recording artists Matthew and Gunnar Nelson, twin brothers behind the iconic music group called Nelson. So they're going to be there with Firehouse, tribute band. I mean, they've got a lot going on over there at the Arcata. The Even Flow Music and Spirits over in Geneva, 302 West State Street. They're featuring that LIL, which is Alanis Morissette music. Heart, U2, Led Zeppelin, Tom Petty, The Pretenders, Rage Against the Machine, and Q. Quite a variety. I mean, for a cover band, that's quite a different areas to be hitting. So there's somebody to see, I would think. Elgin Public House, 219 East Chicago Street, karaoke night. That starts about 8 o'clock. And again, that's going to be right here Friday. The Martini Room, that's the Mark Betcher and Friends. It's a jazz ensemble, songs from the Great American Songbook. So that goes from like 7 to 10. And again, that's Friday, right down the block, 161 East Chicago. The Village Squire in West Dundee is going to have live music night. And again, that's going to be Saturday the 5th. That's what that guy called Mike. Because like I said, I called over to, hey, what's the entertainment for the weekend? They said, oh, we got Mike, you know, the guy with the beard. So if you know who that is, you're going to enjoy him. Mike, the guy with the beard at 125 Washington Street. And that's at the Village Squire. Rookies Rock House, that's in West Dundee, 96 West Main Street. They have the rock concert. And they're going to have the Paradise on Main Street, the Homecoming, Crampton, swim lessons, and Freshman 15. I think their doors open at 5:30 was the information I received when I made the phone call in. Check out their show. I've been to that venue several different times, and it's very comfortable. The staff is really nice. They treat you very good. And then again, Saturday, tomorrow, right here again in Elgin, 161 East Chicago Street, Better in Blue Drag Show. Like I said, you got to love a drag show, and that's right there at the Martini Room, right around the corner from our radio station. Blue Root in West Dundee, they got acoustical live music, which starts at 6 p.m., and also that's going to be on Saturday. Our good friends in Hampshire, that's Newman's Corner Pub, 1000 State Street, again in Hampshire, Route 72 in State. They got the Acoustaholics. That's Saturday at 8 p.m. I imagine that's going to be a gas, and I'm telling you, you go there anytime, you're sure to get some type of a show with the different people that adorn the establishment. They make you feel like family and right at home. It's a nice place. The Arcata Theater on Saturday, they got that Richie Kotzen, Oranath, and Mark Daly. So that's Saturday. Their doors open at 8:30. It's go onto the website for all these different locations to get the actual details of it. I'm just trying to give you a snapshot so you know times and places. I mean, you got to check a little bit yourself as well. I know that you never get a bad show at the Arcata. I could talk for the Newmans. I've been to Martini. I've been to the Rock House. I mean, I've been to all these places that I've read off. So you're going to good venues, which is why we've also selected them. And they're not even on us as advertisers. We're just doing this to get you folks to know what's going on and what's happening out there. And then Blue Root, West Dundee, they got the acoustic live music. That's going to be at 6 o'clock. Side Street Studio Arts, which is in Elgin, 15 Ziegler. You got some live country music Saturday at 6 p.m. You don't want to miss St. Charles Country Club. That's 1250 Country Club Road. The event there is Frank, Sammy, and Jaja. So it's kind of like a little Rat Pack takeoff. You're going to love it. Saturday, 7 p.m. Very good friends. Hemmons Cultural Center, they got the 45 Symphony Way. They got the Short Film Festival going on, and I believe that's from 7 to 9:30. The House Pub is Jazz Night. That's 16 South Riverside Avenue in St. Charles. And then the Arcada Theater on Sunday, they got the Average White Band. And then, as always, Sinatra Sunday at the Club Arcada. So you're not going to want to miss any of this stuff. If you want to get out, it's good weather. I think we're going to be in the 80s tomorrow. Got a beautiful sunshiny day now as I'm looking out the window on Douglas. So I'm getting ready for our next guest. And these two guests, they're friends of mine for over 26 years. So when we come back, just want to take a short break. We'll get them all set up, get them headphones and microphone on. We're going to talk a little bit about them. So please stay tuned, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Of Roosevelt and President in Wheaton has you covered. Their huge menu is sure to satisfy everyone. Enjoy the diner-styled atmosphere that's been serving up tasty food since the 50s. The Seven Dwarfs has lively decor and delicious entrees. They offer a hearty breakfast, plus 3 or 4 lunch specials daily. For dinner, it's all-you-can-eat fish on Fridays. And remember to try their barbecue ribs. Visit sevendwarfsrestaurant.com today.
There's a hidden gem in Elgin's South End. It harkens back to the days when going to a diner with family and friends was where everybody gathered for a delicious breakfast or lunch. Ray's Family Restaurant at 801 St. Charles Street in Elgin is a diner that you'll love with tasty food. The atmosphere and the staff are friendly and fast. They're open until 3 p.m. daily. You can never go wrong with Ray's. Visit raysfamilyrestaurant.com. That's raysfamilyrestaurant.com.
American Legion Post 57 in Elgin, Illinois presents Legion Cruise Nights. Wednesdays, May 8th, June 12th, July 10th, August 14th, and September 11th from 5 to 8 p.m. Come out and enjoy a great evening of cars, food, and music. Motorcycles, cars, trucks, military vehicles are all welcome. 50-50 raffles, door prizes. The event being sponsored by the American Legion Riders Post 57. 820 North Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois.
Here at WRMN Radio, we try to connect with the community and discuss important issues, like our current mental health crisis. Here's Lori Baker, President and CEO of AID.
I think most people, when they see young children thinking about suicide at the ages of 5 and 6 and 7, I mean, that's shocking to me that children even know that they want to harm themselves somehow. I know it's difficult. I definitely feel the pinch. We all feel the pinch at the gas pump, at the grocery store, right, in our rents, but I think most people could handle 27 cents a day to help kids and seniors and people experiencing homelessness.
Discussions like this take place on the first shift, weekday mornings from 6 to 10, right here on WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook.
A dream that's been cooking for years, Maria's Little Italy in Sycamore is waiting for you to come and enjoy authentic recipes handed down for generations. Stop in and enjoy bruschetta, handmade focaccia bread, pizza, pasta, sandwiches, and more. Dine in, take out, delivery, or catering is all available. Go to mariaslittleitaly.com and see what you've been missing. From their family to yours, welcome to Maria's Little Italy, where food brings families together.
We are Lions International, the world's largest service organization. We are volunteers committed to strengthening our communities and supporting those in need, one act of kindness at a time. For more than a century, Lions have been serving a world in need, right here in our community and around the world. Lions International makes the impossible possible. This is your invitation to join us, because the only thing missing from our mission to make a difference is you. Visit lionsclub.org to find a local Lions Club near you.
Looking for a place to try for breakfast or lunch? You'll find a gem of a restaurant with amazing food and great prices at the Tripleberry Cafe, 435 Angela Lane in Crystal Lake. For breakfast, try Tripleberry's strawberry cheesecake French toast, ribeye steak and eggs, or carnitas skillets. At lunch, there's the AM Burger or Chipotle Chicken BLT. There's delicious homemade cream of mushroom soup. For tasty home cooking, Tripleberry Cafe is the place to be. Visit tripleberrycafe.com.
And we are back. You're listening to WRMN 1410 live downtown Elgin, right on Douglas. So, as promised, I have our guests already, their headphones on, they're all set up with the microphone. And I've known these two individuals for, 27 years at least.
Right.
First met them through the Italian American organization we belong to. And it was just impossible not to be friends with them. They have a heart as big as they are, as big as their presence. They're warm, caring. I love them both. I can't say enough about either one of them. But they're just wonderful. They've donated their talents to so many different groups. I mean, they've sing national anthems in English as well as Italian. They've gone to different benefits, different charities. They've done so much for the community, not just the Italian American community, but all the communities as well. So please welcome with me Jack and Christina Muccio.
Thank you, Dino.
Salt of the earth. Well, good to see you, Jack. How are you?
I'm fine, my friend. The feeling is mutual.
Thank you, Christina.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us. Thank you for saying beautiful words about us.
That's all
we
the
really
truth.
Appreciate.
It's all the truth.
It's a pleasure to be with you. It's a pleasure to be with people who listen us tonight.
You guys are absolutely wonderful. So, today we just wanted to find out a little bit. Obviously, we have different places you're performing at, but, I wanted to ask you, Jack, and maybe I never really did ask you, how did you get into this entertainment business?
Oh,
It's
gosh.
so attractive, I think, for so many. And, you're a good-looking guy, both Christina and you, when you're on
Thank
stage.
you.
I mean, you guys do great shows. I mean, it's just, but even here, you're just, you're a regular guy, but here you are, you're in entertainment, and
thank you.
Thousands of people watch you. How did you get into that?
Oh, I'll make a long story short. I'll cut to the chase. I started singing at a place called Enzo's Restaurant in Chicago on Harlem and Foster.
Greasy.
Yeah, Enzo
Yeah,
Greasy,
sure. Well, you're
right.
a friend of ours, yeah, for how long? Yeah, well.
There you go. So I worked there for 5 years at Enzo's, who was a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
God rest his soul.
Amen.
And I worked with a guy by the name of Eddie Shum, who was the accordion player. Eddie was Polish, spoke fluent Polish, but he could play any Italian song that you named. And I mean songs that none of us ever heard of, going way back to Italy, old Neapolitan songs. He knew them all. Of course, he knew all the Polish songs. He knew all the American songs. He knew all the Sinatra songs. This guy was just a gem.
Yeah.
And so that's how I was fortunate enough to get my start with him, working at Enzo's, and that's 5 years there. And then I met Ron Onesti, and then it went up from there.
Oh yeah, Ron's a good promoter. He could sniff that talent out.
Yeah.
How about it? He knows. And even Tony Spavone.
Spavone.
I mean, Tony was another guy. You talk about the old Neapolitan songs and all the music that he's had in the years.
Great guy. And a great guy.
Did you ever play an instrument at all? I mean, did you start out with an instrument first, like your parents wanted you to play maybe the cello or the tuba or something obscure like that, or what happened?
I played the piano when I was a kid.
Yeah.
From like 5 years old to like about 12 years old. So at least I know how to read music, and I know what the keys are.
Yeah.
That's like I got the basics. But it was too much work. I got a job. Christina has a job too. We work in the daytime. And singing's tough enough, so that's what we do. Because an instrument is work.
Oh yeah, I mean that's got to be a lot of diligence, a lot of practice, but a voice. I think you have a voice or you don't have a voice. Christina, how about yourself? What about you? When did you start realizing that you had this voice and that I want to stand up and I want to have people hear me sing?
It was a really unique story. We we belong to the parish in Elmhurst, and one time I started dating Jack, and one time the music director asked me to sing once a Polish song. And when she hear me, she said, "Why you not belong to the choir?" She liked my voice. It was pretty strong. That's what she said. I knew I have a voice, but not for singing. I never planned it. So since then, I started attend to the choir practice. But in the short time, she said, "Oh, you know what? You don't even have to come for the practice." It was a long distance for me to drive anyway, but was enough when we practiced before Mass. So I started singing at the Mass with Jack, and after a little while, Jack started asking me, "Oh, let's go sing one song. Let's go sing one song with me." So I try. I didn't have frightening, and there you go. That's how we start singing.
So you're a
together.
natural. What do you think, Jay?
A natural. No
You just
stage
stood
fright.
right up, no fright, no
stage fright.
nothing?
Nothing.
Huh?
Just got up there and sang.
Was that
Thank you.
your thing as well when you your first time that you were up in front of people?
Yeah, no stage fright.
No? You
No,
just- you
no.
knew-
As a matter of fact,
You had that confidence.
the more the better. Well, you know, it goes to your point, confidence. Yeah, but it goes beyond. It's the connection you have with the audience. If you like people, you don't mind being up
Right?
there.
And if you make a mistake, that's what I tell like the audience and our listeners here. Usually they don't know when I make a mistake, but I do.
Oh yeah.
And I try to make sure everything's right. But you know what? This is community broadcasting. It's supposed to be friendly people. You know what I mean? And like here, I'm fortunate to have my friends on the radio here with us today.
Thank you.
And
Thank
you know, you're not only professionals in your industry, but to have my friends on here. How nice is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how can you make a mistake? You know, when you're standing in front of, like you say, you know, you bring up the church. Church is real important to me as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that faith base is what I think the glue that holds everybody together. I think everybody out there wants some sort of a belonging.
Yes.
And if it's through your voice in the choir or even in your, your other performances that you put on, it's a connection to people, you know? And that's what it sounds like you're saying to me is that when you're up in front of those people, hey, here I am. I'm going to give you the best I got. You're my friend. And why shouldn't I just be able to, right?
Absolutely. And you're absolutely right. When we are singing and when you look at the people and when they pay attention at you, it's like you getting energy.
Yeah.
You getting more power to give them the best of you. And like you said, we are people. We make mistakes. Jack's probably never make mistakes.
No, I think he makes more than you make. I know
It's
Jack for a long
happened to
time.
me, but I just plan to do better next time.
And that's all you can
And I
do.
love people. We love people, no matter who is there. But when give us time to spend time with us,
Sure.
to enjoy, that's only matters.
Nice. Tell us a little bit. Well, I'm going to ask you. How did you put that hook in the Jack? How did you guys end up meeting?
This
Because I know Jack was the bashful one.
was the really hard catch.
Yeah, I bet he was.
When
But a good catch nonetheless. Good catch.
you never know.
Yeah, I know.
So, I was single. It's happened, and we went. I went with my friends to the single dance,
Yeah.
and I saw the guy, good-looking guy, and he was surrounded about all girls, his friends. I said, there is no chance. But we start talking. And what connect us? First thing, what he asked me, if I am religious. Then I said, yes, I am Catholic. So I think it's very important for both of us.
Well, I think faith is, like I said, first and foremost. You go nowhere without faith.
That's right.
We wake up every morning. I mean, we got one guy to thank. He didn't get up because of me. Each one of us got up because, you know what, God gave us another day.
Right.
And that's why we got to make the best of our days, whether it's, if it's rainy out, if it's sunshiny, if you're a little bit of groans and aches and pains, which I got plenty as I'm getting older. But that's great. I like that connection. What do you think, Jack? So she won your heart, huh?
Yeah.
You knew this was the one.
Well, and like you say, faith to a person is like a foundation to a house. Without it, you can't stand long.
Yeah.
It just, you don't have the fortitude. So, yeah, that was important. So when I got to talk to Christina and found out that she was a devout Catholic like I am, that was huge. That was huge.
And you sing over at the church. Do you do every Sunday now, or what do you do?
We do 2 to 3 times a month.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we're at St. Mary's in Des Plaines.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, great church, St. Mary's.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of my brother Knights go there as well. And
is that right?
Because I'm with the Knights of Columbus as well, as you know.
Which chapter?
Well, with the 11981, which is Inverness,
Okay.
Holy Family.
All right.
And then I'm with I'm now what's called the Faithful Navigator, which is the military arm of the fourth degree.
Okay.
So that's a Bishop Shields 2330, and it's nice. I mean, it's good to belong to something.
Oh yeah.
You need more in your life than just businesses and different relationships. You need a little more. You need that spiritual growth, and I think that's great. I think that both of you possess that. I think that's what's even kept you to where you are. How long you married now?
I'm sure.
13
years.
13 years.
13.
Seems like only yesterday, right?
Seems like only yesterday.
What a terrible day yesterday.
Because we are extremely busy.
Yeah.
The more we busy, then probably we more enjoy.
Yeah.
A lot of singing, a lot of performing, and being with the different places, we're meeting different people, and like I said, we appreciate people appreciate us.
Well, I love listening to both of you sing. When you came to the church, remember we had different events.
Yes.
And the church was able to hire you for it. I was so happy that they did. What a performance you put on. You had all the songs. And I can't wait to see you as the Jaja with this little accent going on.
Oh, that's another story.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what we're going to do, though? We're at what's called the bottom of the hour, and this is a hard break. So we're going to take a break. We're talking with Christina and Jack, and we're going to be back in just a little bit. We're going to tell some more stories, maybe even talk about singing a song or two, something. We got to get something out of Jack over here. So please, folks, stay with us. You don't want to miss it. You listen to WRMN. That's 1410 AM. We're also on the YouTube. You want to call in and ask some questions, you can do that. 847-931-1410. That's the studio phone line. So we're going to be back right after these messages. Thank you very much.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Cintas. Naperville gearing up for a festive weekend as Naper Settlement is hosting its annual Oktoberfest starting today and continuing tomorrow. The event promises a variety of traditional German cuisine and an impressive selection of beers inside a giant heated tent. Get more information at napersettlement.org. In a ceremony held October 2nd, Kane County welcomed 11 new volunteers to its Office of Emergency Management. These dedicated individuals took the oath to protect and serve the community in times of crisis. Under the guidance of OEM Director Scott Bajecki, the volunteer team is set to contribute over 13,000 service hours this year alone. The South Elgin Pumpkin Patch Festival is set to take place from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Saturday at 50 West State Street in Elgin. It features face painting, pyramid of hay, pumpkin painting stations, and at 10 a.m., a costume pet parade. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Baseball playoffs on Thursday. The Mets rallied to beat the Brewers 4-2 to advance to the National League Division Series. Pete Alonso ripped a homer in the ninth. It was a 3-run shot off closer Devin Williams to give New York the win. They move on to a best-of-5 division series starting Saturday in Philadelphia against the NL East champion Phillies. The NL Central champion Brewers, who made their 6th playoff appearance in 7 years, still haven't won a playoff series since reaching Game 7 of the 2018 NLCS. Zach Wheeler starts for the Phillies tomorrow. The Mets haven't announced a starter. Other games, the Tigers visit the Guardians. Detroit hasn't announced a starter. Cleveland will go with Tanner Bibby. Garrett Cole starts for the Yankees at home against the Royals and Michael Wacha, while the Padres send Dylan Cease to the mound against Yoshi Yamamoto and the Dodgers.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Febreze. Fabric Talk. Hey, it's me, your couch. Today's my favorite day of the week. Febreze Fabric Spray Day. The occasional deep cleans are nice, but in between, you know I'm needing a refresh. Ooh, here she comes with the Febreze Fabric Spray. Oh yeah, spritz them armrests. Don't be shy. Nothing like a good spray down to get me smelling so fresh and clean. Don't forget my back. Nice. Febreze Fabric Spray. It's just that easy. Now we can both breathe happy. Febreze. La 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 la.
Hey, baby. Yeah, yeah. You want to party a while? Yeah, yeah. Well, come on and boogaloo with me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And welcome back. We're here with Christina and Jack Muccio, as promised. Listen to WRMN 1410, Dino's Night Out. So I hope you're enjoying the show. We're going to hit so many different topics right now, so hold on to your seats. We're going to talk about, their performances. I want to hear more of this Jaja stuff. I mean, we have to know what's going on. In fact, I think, Jack, you're performing Saturday at the St. Charles. Is that it?
We both are. Yeah, Christina and I both are.
Beautiful.
At St. Charles Country Club.
Yeah, that's what it was. And for those of you who don't know, I read that off earlier. That's at 1250 Country Club Road. You really don't want to miss that. Starts at 7 o'clock?
Starts at 7 to 10.
What do the tickets cost?
Well, it's a corporate event, but it's a country club also. So it's public could be there, but the event itself is like corporate. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And you do a lot of those, huh?
We do a lot of corporate events. We do a lot of weddings.
Yeah.
Private parties. A lot of private parties, and restaurant. We do restaurants, a lot of different things, Dino. We haven't had, since last year, we haven't had a month with less than 20 gigs.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the sheet of what you got here. Yeah. I mean, you got a lot of different places you're going to be at. But we're going to read those in a little bit. I want to hear a little bit more about, tell me what it's like actually putting these performances on, okay? Let's hear about that Jaja stuff. Well, how did that get born? Because I've heard the Rat Pack they've had and all the different shows like that, but now we've got Jaja in the mix. So what happened there?
Yes, we want to do something something new, not what didn't existed lately, So I start acting with Jack. We had some kind of shows when I play Zsa Zsa Gabor. What obviously I have an accent, so fit.
I didn't notice that.
Fit perfect.
Until you just mentioned it, I never realized that. But I guess you do.
Fit perfect. And now I am blonde, so and it works pretty good when we start, and we keep doing it. We keep doing it.
What type of songs are you singing?
Oh, some nice, like Nice and Easy, some Frank Sinatra, some Dean Martin,
Engelbert, Bobby Darin.
That's right.
Dean Martin. Yeah, we said Dean Martin.
Yeah.
And now, are you Dean this time, or are you Frank?
Tomorrow I'm Frank.
Both.
Tomorrow I'm Frank, because our Dean couldn't make it.
Yeah.
So we've got Frank, Sammy, and Zsa Zsa.
Yeah.
And we first did Zsa Zsa. It was actually for the village of Schaumburg. It was a couple of years ago. And we had the Rat Pack, and we started with Zsa Zsa. Something different, something that made us different than everybody else. So, because there's, I think there's one more Rat Pack in Chicago besides ours. So there's really not a lot. But ours, we took on Zsa Zsa because we wanted a female vocalist. Christina fit the bill perfectly.
Great voice.
Great voice.
Great presentation.
Great presentation.
How much more beautiful.
She got the looks.
100%.
So,
and accent, which I never
and the accent for Zsa Zsa.
Until she brought it up today.
Yeah, she doesn't have to act. Yeah. She's got Zsa Zsa's accent because she's Eastern European, like Zsa Zsa. So it just works perfect. So that's what we're doing tomorrow at the St. Charles Country Club from 7 to 10. We've got a DJ doing our background music. We've got a Sammy Davis, great guy. Darnell Towns is his name. Then Christina, Zsa Zsa, and then I'm Frank, and we'll be entertaining for 3 hours.
Give me a little bit of something of what you're going to do. How would you introduce Zsa Zsa? Be frank. You remind me still more of the Dean Martin. I've seen you always as the Dean Martin. That's my favorite singer.
I love Dean, too.
Oh, he's the best. But go ahead. How would you introduce Zsa Zsa? We're on stage right now. Give me a little, even if you want to do a little bit of the song. Go ahead.
I would just say, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only Ms. Zsa Zsa Gabor. And then she'd come on.
And what do you sing a little song for it, or what? What do you do?
Then we sing together like a couple, and sometimes we have some short conversation between us, makes people laugh.
Every sentence ends in darling.
Yeah,
darling, yeah.
Yes, darling, and little play little funny acts, and people like that. People like laugh.
Oh,
people
sure.
like
people are going out. People are going out to be entertained after this COVID baloney. People want to get back to being people. I mean, we lived through. Remember the '70s when you actually went out and maybe had a date, or you went to a place and you actually danced with someone, touched them. Yeah, we're talking the disco days, or there's some stereotypical nonsense that went with it. But put all that to the side. When you're out just looking for a good time and looking to enjoy yourself, you want to be entertained. All these different clubs that we used to be able to go to, and you dance, nothing of it. Even if you were out there with just the guys, you go out with guys' night or whatever. Your girlfriend was tied up or whatever, or you didn't have a girlfriend, more than likely. And you would just go out and, hey,
with your buddies.
Let's dance. Yeah, and you go and dance. There was no inhibitions. Everybody, let's dance. And that was it. Maybe you bought them a drink. Thank you. You talked a little bit. They weren't your cup of tea. Maybe they were. Look at you. You found love in the church. How beautiful is that? You heard that angelic voice. And you knew she was the one.
Well, I never knew she sang.
Oh.
I found out later on.
And the people like to be seen.
Yeah, sure they do.
Every single person like to be seen. That's why we are people performance. We like to hug them. We like to spend some time with them. We give them time and attention after we finish our show. We're not rushing. We're not like a big celebrity. People like to be seen.
Yeah. and it's something to jump into that character, and you're giving people, a guy like myself, I remember the past. I imagine some of the audience, you have some, mixed ages in there. They would appreciate just the fact that, wow, you're able, and your music is right on. I mean, both of you. What's your favorite song, Christina, that you would say that you like?
I like Strangers in the Night.
Do you?
Yeah, yeah.
And to sing, what is your favorite song to sing?
That's the
Is
song.
it a duo? Yeah?
Yes, like a duo.
Yeah.
We like that song.
And what about you,
it's
Jack?
Telling story.
Yeah.
I like
Oh, it
songs
does do
that
that.
tells beautiful story.
I like, it's hard to say. I like them all.
I mean,
we enjoy
you
singing.
go down the list of all the Dean Martin songs.
Oh.
Money burns a hole in my pocket.
Yeah, money.
I wish I had millions of dollars. Remember? Yeah. Spend it on
Volare.
You. Yeah, oh my God.
Oh.
Evening in Rome.
Oh, yeah.
They just great songs.
He had so many.
Yeah.
And Frank had literally thousands.
He was. I don't know. I always said that Dean Martin was a singer. A real crooner singer.
Yes.
Not that Frank wasn't. Frank was the boss. I get it. He's all who he was. But he was like a paraphraser. You know what I mean? He didn't really sing the songs as much as he paraphrased them, and he had the style and the
Told the
class.
story.
Yeah, but and again, they all come from that vaudeville days where Lewis and Martin, where they played the piano, they played some type of instrument.
Yes.
You go all the way down, Jimmy Durante, Mickey Rooney.
Jimmy Durante.
I mean, you name any one of them, right? I mean,
Jimmy Durante was the best.
you're talking stuff that we're never going to see again.
No. The entertainers we grew up with, you named them all. And there's more. Bing Crosby.
Oh, please.
Eddie Fisher.
We didn't even scratch the surface.
Mario Lanza.
Even the dancers. How about Fred Astaire and Gene Kelly? They could sing.
They could sing.
And
they
that
could
Carol
dance.
O'Connor guy with the Singing in the Rain, that one.
Yeah.
With what was the female?
Donald O'Connor.
Yeah, Donald.
And Debbie Reynolds.
Debbie Reynolds. What a movie that was.
Mitzi Gaynor.
Oh,
they could
my
all
God.
sing, dance, act.
Yeah.
You never
Sammy
get-
Davis. I mean,
Sammy
just the stuff that came out of him. When Vegas was really popping back in the '70s when I was going. You used to just love Shirley MacLaine, even.
Yes.
I mean, again, I know she's part of that Rat Pack. I didn't mention her for that reason. But, they just had some awesome. Louis Prima.
Louis Prima.
When I had my limousine company, his crazy wife, I had her in the limousine. Oh, she nuts. Oh, she nuts. American Indian. She is.
Was that when
little
she,
Benzamort, that one.
was that when she was at the
Riviera? She played for a long time with Sam Butera after Sammy died. Or Louis died.
That's right.
They were doing the show. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, she was good. Black Magic.
Oh,
Boy,
yeah.
she get going. She have a couple drinks, and that was it. The place was up for grabs. Yeah. And then, like I said, Sam Butera, who was a saxophone, what was
one of the
the
best.
Delinquents or the Dropouts? I forget what was the name of his band. Sam Butera and the Dropouts or Delinquents? Maybe Delinquents. Could have been.
Oh my goodness, Dino, that's a good trivia question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was a good act, but yeah, there's nothing like them old time singers. All of them, they all knew how to sing and dance and do some type of
Act.
something. Tap dance. What's his name? Yankee Doodle Dandy guy.
Oh, Jimmy Cagney.
Jimmy Cagney. I mean, portrayed the best gangster roles you ever saw. But here he was, the nicest, kindest. He did that Yankee Doodle Dandy. What a hoofer he was, huh?
Rita Hayworth.
Oh God, one's better than the other.
Yeah.
These are the shows. That's why I watch Turner Classic Movies all the time.
You and me both.
When I'm at home, that's what I'm watching.
You and me both.
But forget about me. I want to hear more about you, Jack. What's your, what's going on now? What are you going to do? You going to keep doing these the acts? You going to keep the band back together, or what are you going to do?
Well, I Christina and I sing with a band already. I used to have a band, but that was a lot of work. And we both have daytime jobs, so we're trying to watch our time. But no, Christina and I, we plan on keep singing more and more. Like I said, we're up to, we've got 19 this month, but we'll have in a week or two, we're going to have 23, 24. We haven't done a month with less than 20 gigs since last year. It just keeps going up and up and up. We've been doing a lot of fun things. We do. I sing the national anthem for the White Sox. and many other sports teams. I did for DePaul basketball, UIC basketball, the Chicago Bulls occasionally, mostly the Sox, but I did the Chicago Fire soccer team. I did the Chicago Red Stars, the female soccer team, 2 weeks ago. Just a lot of the Chicago Dogs in Rosemont. We just do a lot of different things where we get to meet a lot of people, like Christina says, because we like people, we get exposure. We just have a lot of
And you're
fun.
humble. And that's the beautiful thing about the both of you, you're humble. I've never seen a time where I'll come and catch one of your performances. And I remember one time you were right in the middle of a song, you come over and give me this as big as hug and kiss. I mean,
we were so glad to see
I
you.
was just so, yeah, it would be a little bit of duration. But my God, it was so great to see you. And you literally stopped the show, just to say hi. And I know that's the guy you are. I mean, it had nothing to do with me. It's not like,
no, it's you.
But I'm just saying, but it was the fact that, this is the type of people that you both are.
And getting back to the dance, we forgot to tell you, we also singing with the band twice a month, and in the big ballroom.
Oh.
People coming just to dance with the band. It's completely different music.
Where's this at when you
It's
do that?
like a classic. Yeah, so it's in the White Eagle.
And the White Eagle
Oh, okay.
in Niles.
Milwaukee?
And then we also do the Knights of Columbus in Elmhurst.
Yes. Oh, that's
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
beautiful.
Roxy Theater.
And the Roxy Theater in Lockport.
Excellent. Look
The,
at you.
yeah, Desplaines Theater in Desplaines.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you guys are moving around here on me.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
I didn't know about the big band stuff.
Yeah, well,
And
yeah.
I read the sheet. I mean, I get the sheet every month. With my schedule lately, I'm going to make it a point. You're going to see me at that the next time you do that.
Oh, thank you.
That big band. I definitely got to get out there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Please.
please. My pleasure. What's your favorite song, though, Jack? I keep trying to get to that. You were just singing. What's your go-to that you always makes you feel good? When I hear you sing, I'm going to tell you sing that Italian national anthem.
Oh, thank
And I said that already, but it just sends chills down my spine. The way you articulate the language is just awesome, and all your others. But give me your favorite.
Our favorite, and we feel both the same way, our favorite is singing in church.
Yeah.
Because those songs are the best.
Well, sure they are.
And then after that, I would say singing the national anthem.
Yeah.
For the Sox. And when it's 30,000 people. And, Sox, when they were winning, they were getting some big crowds. So,
When was that? 19 what?
Yeah, 1917.
Yeah, there you go.
No, but we were singing for some big crowds. And, I mean, there was over 30,000. And there was nothing like it. Dino, it's the next best thing to dying and going to heaven.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're out there on that stage, and you're representing our country with that beautiful national anthem that we have.
Right behind
and
home plate and with all those people.
Showing the respect to all of our men and women that have served, which you've always acknowledged. And again, your charity work has just been just phenomenal. And again, it's not just the Italian American community. I've watched you be a part of so many different charity functions, and it's refreshing to see that you're not Mr. Performer. You're that person first. And that's why when I introduced you, before we took that bottom of the hour break, I wanted people to know who you were, both of you.
Thank you.
The kind individuals that you are. And that's not just so people who come and watch your show. You got plenty of people following you. I see all the followers. I see the YouTube posts and everything that goes on. So it's not about business, but it's about character, and it's about love, what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to give love all the time.
Yeah.
And I
And
think
respect.
it comes out in respect, and it comes out in your music. It comes out in your actions, your humility to both of you. Again, it's a breath of fresh air. It really, really is. Sing me something. Give me a little song of something, Jack. I don't care. A little Andre Bocelli, whatever you want to sing. I mean, you could do anything good. Both of you's, you're nobody to somebody loves you, or everybody loves
I
somebody.
just do one line of Bocelli.
I know I'm putting you on the spot. Go ahead.
It's okay.
Go ahead, hit it.
Time to say goodbye. Paese che non ho mai veduto e vissuto con te.
Okay.
I would have loved to have you just keep going. Tell everybody else what that means so that they understand.
Well, in English, it says time to say goodbye, but in Italian, that's not it. It's con te partirò, which means with you, I'll go.
Right.
Con te partirò, paesi che non ho mai, the places that don't even that don't exist anymore. Veduta places we've never seen or been at. Veduta vissuto con te. Yeah.
Well, it's truly it's a love story song.
Yes.
That it's saying that, look, walk with me on that journey. Your faith is there. You have that.
Yeah.
And now you put that song in there. How much more can you put to that? You know what I mean? It says it. There's not a better description I could say than what you just got done articulating the words and giving the translation to people. So it's short and sweet. I'm there for whatever you're ready for.
That's right.
And we're going to do it together.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a smile on our face, and we're going to do it with love, affection, and care, and kindness and respect for others. And
That's right.
and that's the Muccios. I got to tell you, this is what they are. And I'm telling you, 27 years I know this guy.
Yeah.
And when he met Christina, I was like, I don't know, because he did have a lot of good-looking ladies that were always trying to put that hook in him, and he wasn't going for it. So I know you were the one when he said, "Hey, Dean." Yeah, I know.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that's great. And your start, you go all the way back to Harlem Avenue. What was it? Harlem and
Foster.
Harlem and Foster.
And then
he moved over to Addison for a while.
Yes.
What a man he was, huh?
What a wonderful human
him?
being.
Oh my God. Yeah, I miss him. He was just a great guy, Enzo. Everybody loved Enzo.
Yeah.
And he would do that St. Joseph's Day, remember?
Yes.
He'd have that every dime he made that evening went to charity. He brought in thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And he brought the statue special from his hometown and restored the statue. Something during the war or something. I don't remember the whole story. He restored that statue that was in his home, the Campagna.
Naples,
region.
yeah.
He had a big heart.
Oh,
big
boy,
heart.
did he. And everybody
Really?
loved him. Boy,
Yes.
what a business he
yes.
had. What great food, too.
Oh.
You never caught a bad
The
meal?
best.
Never.
Yeah,
The
catering.
best spread.
You're serving 3 and 4 and 500 people, and it all comes out fresh the same way. How do you do that?
Sometimes 1,000
Yeah.
when it was a big event.
Yeah.
And he handled really well.
Yeah.
Everyone was happy with him.
Yeah, I think he was a good man. Well, tell me, Jack, some more. Give me a little more inside of what goes on in your thoughts on where you think you want to see yourself like in 5 years. You want to keep doing your singing? Is this something that you want to continue to do until you can't sing no more?
Yeah, probably because
your voice is strong, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's really started to come on since Christina and I teamed up together. Then we started getting all these gigs more and more and more because it's a better show with a duet.
Oh, sure it is.
And she's really come on strong. I mean, I've been doing it for 29 years. She's been doing it for a couple of years, and she's already made a name for herself, Dean. So she's just getting started. She's just, growing, blossoming. So I want to see where that goes with her.
For sure. And it goes back to your song. I mean, nobody's in each other's shadow. I mean, the sun is on, the lights are shining bright on both of you.
Right.
And you're side by side. So the shadow you see.
Definitely, we're not competing. We work
you
together.
have to.
Yes, we work together. Jack opened the door for me, and he gave me some really good advice, what I never forget. And another thing is, I have to admit, I never sing before professional, and it wasn't my plan, but definitely it was somebody who is about us to me to sing. And I offer my voice in church. I offer my voice for people who wants to listen to me, who respect singing, respect songs. What we they kind of forgotten already, and we bringing back to people and make them really.
And it's got to be difficult. I mean, like You mentioned all the ladies around Jack. You know, you're a very attractive lady. And Jack, I don't know. You know, working with your number one, working with a good friend is rough sometimes.
Was a
spouse,
bunch of great friends of Jack's. I just want to lose up a little bit. That's why I mentioned that.
But still, that's got to play on you too. You got everybody looking at Christina.
Thank you for compliment.
That's your wife.
Thank you.
I don't know. Yeah, she sure is. And I don't know if I can handle doing that. If I was up there with my wife, I'd be, I'd have the Louisville in the back. No. Heck out of here.
Please.
What are you talking about?
Thank you. That's so nice of you.
I enjoy it because I like it when people watch her sing. Because I know it's what she wants. You know what I mean? And she's happy doing it. So it's her time now.
Yeah, that's good.
It's our time.
Yeah, well, again.
It's our time to share.
But it's nice to be able to share what you know, and it's difficult. I mean, it's a tough business to get into. And you're sitting there telling me, let's talk about some of the shows because we're getting to the top of the hour.
Is that already?
Oh, my God, yeah. So we don't want to miss up. So you're at the country club, and that's tomorrow.
Yeah, St. Charles Country Club.
And what do you got after? You're in church on the 6th at St. Mary.
Uh-huh.
I'll be serving myself as a Eucharistic minister. Then you got the Knights of Columbus, Sunday the 13th.
Uh-huh.
That's the big band. And where's that at? In
Elmhurst.
But which location?
York and Vellet.
Okay.
Yeah, right on York and Vellet.
And then you're going to be on the Columbus Day Parade.
Columbus Day
You'll be
Parade.
singing on the. What will you be singing there? Do you?
I'll be singing
a song list yet?
Well, it'll be all Italian. It's the float is San Rocco di Potenza.
Oh, okay.
They have me there almost every year on their float.
Excellent. And then from there, what do we got? We here's our music. Listen, you want to get a hold of Jack? I got his email. I got his website. You want Crooner861 at Comcast.net.
Yes, sir.
CROONER 861 at Comcast.net. And that's jackmuccio.com. And you spell that Jack, common spelling, MIUCCIO.com. And you're going to get two great entertainers, two very dear friends of mine, and I can't tell you how much I love you guys. Thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Successful.
God bless you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Please come back again.
Oh, absolutely.
And maybe we'll talk before the week's out. We'll start talking about Columbus Day Parade coming up.
Sounds good.
We'll see what goes on there. All right, folks, you've been listening to WRMN 1410, the voice of the valley, talk of the town. And we'll be back after this.
Attention all burger enthusiasts and game aficionados. Celebrate a century of excellence at Mott's Lounge. Proudly serving the community for 100 years under 5 generations of passionate ownership. Sink your teeth into our hand-pressed fresh burgers bursting with flavor, crafted just the way you like them. And while you're here, enjoy our exclusive drink specials, perfect for toasting to our milestone anniversary. Plus, challenge your luck with our state-of-the-art gaming machines, adding an extra thrill to your visit. Join us at Mott's Lounge and be a part of history in the making. Here's to another century of great food, fun, and memories. Mott's Lounge, where every visit is a celebration. For more information, visit us online at mottslounge.com.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 4 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. There's a groundbreaking taking place on Friday. It's part of the expansion of the Elgin Sports Complex. It'll start at 11 a.m. at the complex grounds, located just south of U.S. Route 20 on McLean Boulevard. The expansion is aiming to improve facilities for sports enthusiasts and further bolster community engagement. The League of Women Voters from Aurora, Elgin, and Central Kane County are set to host a candidate forum on October 9th at Batavia City Hall. The gathering will allow candidates from Illinois' 11th Congressional District, along with various state legislative and judicial positions, to debate and present their platforms ahead of the November 5th general election. Elgin residents can now enjoy a more convenient leaf collection, as waste management will no longer require stickers for yard waste bags starting this month. Weekly collections will coincide with the usual garbage pickup schedule. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AB.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your Senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 800-699-9043.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Number 24, Illini football on the bye this week. They return to action a week from tomorrow at home against the Purdue Boilermakers. Illinois is 4-1 this season, 1-1 in the Big Ten. Purdue's lost 3 in a row. They're 1-3, 0-1 in the conference. Jason Simmons, the new offensive coordinator on an interim basis for the Boilermakers. Home game tomorrow night for Southern Illinois against Illinois State. SIU looking to step a 2-game losing skid. They're 2-3, 0-1 in the Missouri Valley. Illinois State 3-2 on the season, 0-1 in the conference. It's a bye week for number 14 Notre Dame football. They return to action a week from tomorrow at home against Stanford. Notre Dame's 1-3. Home game for the Bears this Sunday. 2-2 Chicago takes on the 1-3 Carolina Panthers.
Auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Fabric Talk. Hey, it's me, your couch. Today's my favorite day of the week, Febreze Fabric Spray Day. The occasional deep cleans are nice, but in between, you know I'm needing a refresh. Ooh, here she comes with the Febreze Fabric Spray. Oh yeah, spritz them armrests. Don't be shy. Nothing like a good spray down to get me smelling so fresh and clean. Don't forget my back. Nice. Febreze Fabric Spray. It's just that easy. Now we can both breathe happy.
Want to read action-packed, exciting pulp? Michael Tour now features National Crime Thriller. I Married a Bot Madam. Available on Amazon. Hardcover, paperback, and Kindle. Paperback is also available. Check out Michael Tour's webpage, skylink.net. That's Papa Sierra Yankee. November. November Echo.
In their Mexican heroes are made daily with churros and chocolate. 2530 West Algonquin has churros made from and fresh each fillings. There's also the cafe Jackson friend well. Try churros and chocolate specialty churro sundae or take home a churro cake. Churros, the letter Y, chocolate.com.
Welcome to WRMN. That's WRMN 1410 AM and WRMN1410.com. Thanks for being here with me today. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. I'll be walking you through today's Free Speech Friday right here on WRMN. Let's give it up for Dean Delaley as well, with the new show in the lineup that is Dino's Night Out. It's a great way to plan your weekend, plan what you want to go out and do. It's another great addition to the WRMN lineup that is growing and growing every day as we speak. If you want to be a part of WRMN and the growth and to give some feedback back to us, you can find all that information at WRMN1410.com. Right now is a political talk show, and of course it is Friday, where we open up the phone lines completely for you, 847-931-1410, for your free speech to come across. Absolutely are able to jump into that. We'll talk about all of the different happenings. We'll go down the latest job report as it's been dropped for us as well. We've also got a few of the new polls that have come in. We'll talk about the third-party influence and the 4 key states, maybe 5 or 6 key states that are actually driving this election and will be bringing us really who our new president is going to be. Sorry for those of you that live in Illinois. The Blues have us outnumbered. Regardless if you are blue all the way, if wherever you fall in on the spectrum, or red or yellow, green, etc., this is going to be a blue state. It's pretty heavy that direction. So don't think that your vote is thrown away. It still counts towards the popular vote, so you will still be a statistic toward that, whichever side you go towards. And then also you're able to jump in up and down the ballot. And now up and down the ballot isn't always the solid color that you think it is. There are different counties, different districts, different aldermen, different city council members, all kinds of different people and different flavors, where local government really runs your everyday life way more than the president sits in that Oval Office. So if you want to join Free Speech Friday here on A Political Talk Show, brought to you by WRMN, that number is 847-931-1410, 847-931-1410. Of course, the Image 360 text line is always open. Feel free to jump in on that with any information. That information includes a lot of different things, because Image 360 is a lot of different ways that you can get printing, whether it's paper or laminate, out there. So the Image 360 text line, first off, you can text in 505-926-1410, 505-926-1410. You can also call that number and leave a message. That'll come to me as a text, but also as an audio clip if you've got anything from there. And just like any other text line, it will accept pictures, videos, links, all kinds of different things that are out there. So if you've got something, a piece of information that you think the radio station needs, it is a direct line to any host that is on live here on WRMN. That's 505-926-1410. Brought to you by Image 360. You can go to image360.com/south-elgin. And that's our spot right there. It is over there on Sundown Road. Go ahead and check them out. They even laminate doors. It's absolutely amazing. I'm trying to see what I can put together. Maybe one of those infinity doors where you can't tell how long it's going to go. I was thinking about making a poor man's bookshelf, secret hideaway type of thing. Maybe make it look like a bookshelf just so that I can open up the door still with the knob and everything, but the printing is that good. And then the other way that you can get in touch with us here at WRMN 1410 is youtube.com/@WRMN radio. If you're on that YouTube, just type in WRMN radio across the top. You'll see this stream right here and all of the different streams that come along here. So enough about WRMN and more about this, a political talk show, as we're moving through the day here. So first thing that I'm going to do is let's break down the latest jobs report. Let's go into that, since usually we start with economics on Mondays as well. This will allow us to get a little bit more in depth with some of this. What we do for a political talk show is we separate the days as they come through. Monetary Mondays, we talk about economics. On Tuesdays, we go into Candidate Tuesday, whether we speak with a candidate directly or we talk about the election process. On Wednesdays, we pick a word and we talk about Word Wednesdays, a specific political word that we put out. Thursdays, we reserve for legislation. If we wanted to talk about the laws and talk about the things that govern things that we go up and down, left and right, in and out, all through our economic system and, legislative system, as I guess people call them the levers of power, the levers of government, how they kind of move through there. And then Fridays is Free Speech Fridays, where we open up the entire show. Normally, we just open up 5 o'clock for headlines and phone lines, but we open up the entire show for Fridays. Last Friday, we had Jeff Michaels, who's starting a new show here on WRMN. Wonderful discussion. You can still find that on that YouTube side. So let's talk a little bit about jobs. So the September 2024 jobs report shows a robust gain. It was actually a gain of about 100,000. It was expected to be around 140,000 job growth. It actually added 254. This is a strong performance, lowered the unemployment rate from, rate 2, 4.1. So we dropped a 0.1 percentage point because it was 4.2 earlier in the month. The job gains were spread across a whole bunch of different places. So it wasn't just manufacturing did this or healthcare did that, but it was across quite a few. But the three of them that really stood out were healthcare, leisure, and construction. Healthcare added the most, a sign of long-term growth driven by aging demographics and post-pandemic demands, right? There's a lot more need for pop-up clinics. There's a lot more, pharmacies that are going up. Also, with aging demographics, the baby boomers, I think, are retiring or leaving the job market at like 10,000 a month or something, if not higher. I gotta figure out where that statistic was, but we can all agree that there are more people retiring And now that the economy is kind of moving towards people who already have those investments set up, now everybody gets hit with the economics of groceries. We have to feed ourselves. It doesn't matter rich, poor, otherwise. When groceries go up, everybody feels it. Housing, on the other hand, if you own the premise and the housing market goes up, then hooray for you. You got it. If you rent, or possibly you're trying to buy to get into that market and housing goes up, that's a negative for you. So that's a market that's not split, but groceries definitely are. Everybody feels the pinch for the grocery side. So as this market of housing has inflated so much, over even, let's say, the last 2 years, we've all felt it. Whether we felt it in a good way or a bad way, we've felt it. And some people are taking an advantage of this because the market may be starting to cool. So they're trying to sell at this higher rate, this higher side, especially because of, I guess, the economic plans that we've got on the federal election. As the presidents are trying to put it, or the presidential candidates are trying to put it. Both candidates, by the way, their economic plans add to the deficit. There isn't one that's like, hey, we'll balance it, we'll make sure we spend it right. Both candidates are having a deficit with their economic plans as they're putting it together here. I think you can find both plans on both of their websites. They've got those economic plans that are put there for it. And you can see the difference. One is weighted more than the other, or like, I guess if you look at it as the deficit growing being worse, yes, then one is worse than the other. But they both have deficits built into it. So we can go over that as well if somebody wants to hop into the conversation on those. But we'll keep going through the jobs report here. The other thing that happened in this jobs report was that there was another 72 added as a correction for July and August. There were another 72,000 that were added for July and August retroactively, kind of like more information. Everybody finally got done reporting. But that is also why this jobs report came up. The other thing that it could be is we got a strong indication in the stock market and just economic side as well that they lowered the interest rate and that they are planning to lower it another 2.5 next month. So that's another side of it, because you talk about Ben Shapiro where he turns around and says, well, facts don't care about your feelings. Well, the stock market absolutely does care about your feelings. And if the populace, the zeitgeist of us as people, consumers, turn around and say, oh, well, we think this thing is more valuable than that thing, then the stock market changes. It can be changed with a tweet. It can be changed with an announcement. It can be changed with a job report like this. So I would expect the next job report to also have a larger uptick on it, which then would drop the unemployment rate again. And that's a lot of where Powell, Jerome Powell, the head of the Federal Reserve, that was one of his indicators of when he wanted to drop the interest rate. So he was looking for inflation to be around 2%. It was sitting at 2.5 when he made the decision, and he was looking for a higher unemployment rate. So for the longest time, we were rocking the unemployment rate under 4. Now that it grew to just being at 4, I guess he used that as another green flag to be like, okay, I don't want it to cool off too bad, or I need it to speed up a little bit more. So what does this mean for us? Well, if you're in the healthcare, leisure, and hospitality and construction side of things, you're on the rise. There are a lot more people that are looking for those sides and a lot more people that are putting that job growth there. While the job growth remains strong, there are nuances to the employment landscape because manufacturing lost 34,000 over the last 2 months. So 34,000 jobs in manufacturing went away. Now, is some of that because of Boeing or some other side for things? I know even with the longshoreman strike, we were looking at automation. Manufacturing is a lot of repeated process over and over, even if it is simple. Sometimes there are still things that only nimble fingers that you and I can do with our brains and our eyes and everything else that can do things. Now, in manufacturing, yeah, robots are absolutely catching up. As AI becomes more prevalent in everything that we do, then you're definitely going to see a lot more of those jobs start to move out. And this is the question that I always bring up. Yes, we can talk about, okay, if there are 4 people and I invent something that now it only takes one of those people to do it, yes, I can make more. What usually happens is that those 3 people go away and that one person goes up. And the bootstrap people are going to turn around and say, well, be that person. Okay, yeah, be that person. Somebody's got to be that person. Might as well be me. And I take that spirit of entrepreneurship and moving towards, but it's not always about me, because now there are 3 people who don't have anything. They're not making more. Maybe somebody would, but at the end of the day, they're already making a profit off of just 3 of you, and or 4 of you, and now we just have the 1. So automation is good, is formidable, but what happens to the people? And honestly, with drastic change, that's why a lot of technology doesn't come out so quickly with this. But now we're starting to see this automation growth. And honestly, it's because we all figured out during the pandemic that most of us can stay home. Most things could be done by a robot. So now there's this race to get more things automated as they move down. But the question always is after the robots take the jobs, what do the people who no longer have those jobs do? Are you going to teach them coding? Are you going to have more people sweeping the floors? Oh, nope, we got robots for that too. So that's always the question, is what really holds us back from technology is our ability to adapt it within our own economics, our own echo chambers, all of the different things that are moving towards. Yeah, I am a little bit of a technocrat, but at the end of the day, isn't that something that we should all be striving for, is better tools, happier lives, things like that. So with this job report, as it moves through, there's a little bit of the political implications for it, and we'll run them down before we hit the bottom of the hour. So the timing of the report is crucial, first off. It arrives weeks before the 2024 presidential election. Vice President Kamala Harris running for the Democratic nomination. This benefits from this economic data. But again, presidents don't necessarily determine everything on the economy. Vice presidents, even less effect. But like I just said, the entire economy can be shifted by a tweet, which I think is even scarier than some of these other doomsday people that are out there in the world. That somebody can just tweet something and say, yeah, my business is this or my business is that or we're doing this. And then the entire stock tanks or grows or like, I don't know. That to me is a little flimsy. Let's see here. The polls show that economic stewardship is pivotal for of the issues for voters. While Donald Trump maintains a 5-point lead over Harris on economic issues, the gap has been narrowing. For instance, Trump's earlier 6-point advantage on the controlling inflation has disappeared as inflation has steadily decreased. I'm not saying things aren't going down. That's a recession. Things are still going up, but that's always, you just don't want a lot of it. Inflation is always here. You want it around 2%. That's at least what the Federal Reserve usually targets, around 2%. The Federal Reserve, which aggressively raised interest rates in 2022 and 23 to combat inflation, is now expected to cut rates modestly in response to the strong labor market. And now that the strong labor market's here again, boom, they'll go ahead and hit it. A 0.25 rate cut in the Fed's upcoming November meeting could further bolster job creation and consumer confidence, adding a potential political boost for the Democrats again. Despite the upbeat economic indicators, voters' sentiment remains mixed. In a recent Gallup poll, only 22% of respondents described the economy as excellent or good, while 77 rated it as only fair or poor. This disconnect between hard data and public perception is key for both campaigns. Democrats are emphasizing the job gains and falling inflation, framing these as successes of President